to discuss on what we talk about. When God wants you to be around people that the spiritual side of understanding, not deceiving people, not jealousy, not one of those things of the concept, not deception and lies. But I need you to understand those things. You know, today I'm in church. Orion said God is going to tell you not to hang out with the people that you hang out with, and not to hang out with. I talked about those things in my concept on my social media, right? When you go home by yourself and you chill, you get a tablet, you do the things that you need to do, and not and separate yourself from people from a while. Stop going to McDonald's. Stop going to these places with your teenager friends. And you separate and you just go home, pay attention to your phone, your tablet, your TV, your Disney Channel, your pad. You do everything you got to do. Every day is not a turning event to where you go at, but the concept of the spiritual understanding. But you can't have a business that say they good and they're a liar of goodness. That's the concept of Walmart and corporation business that Joe Biden trying to make it seem like our own government and our own America trying to seem like business are good, and it's nothing but intimidation and narcissist behavior. I don't want. Let me tell you something. If my kid want to get a job, I'm not gonna mind him getting a job if that's something he want to do. If that's with the way he's want to do when he get older. Yes, we can. If that's something my kid want to do, but he got to know as me being his dad, I will back him up, and I'm not gonna allow a manager or a store manager or a person to treat him bad. And you got to understand the way I have to understand the way people act towards me, and you got to understand the way things are being. And we don't tell our kids how these behavior are going and how black are acting. How can we understand that? And people trying to force things because of a black man gonna keep because of it. Because I'm speaking my heart and they want to kill God. Because the understanding of stop putting negativity vibes. When God said, I'm going to survive whatever they think they're going to do. Because when you got the power of the light in you, how can you do harm? God protect those ones that believe. God and Jesus will protect those ones that understand. Because you live in a society, and a society protect. Because he's speaking about those things because we're in Dallas County. And Dallas County jail said, or so many stories in the Bible, I don't know what to believe. God sent everybody on different times to understand it, what it means. But it was always to find a way how to do things in that format and that plan. But people want to, if you don't do that, nobody not worried about how a black person act. And you're trying to make me be quiet because the other people opinion. Because I don't want to live in a racial environment of people trying to stop my growth. They trying to do it in America business. Now you say the streets are trying to do it. Why should I comprehend and live in that environment? Because you gotta live in that business. That don't mean I have to live in that situation a day to day. But throwing punchline at me where a selfish community been running for years. I told Governor Abbott, if anything happened out there, he gonna be with her in this stupid community lady. God is not worried about Iran. That's the way he gotta understand. Jesus is not worried about a man that's political fuel. This is about God. This is about understanding of God ways and God understanding. But God say, why should my child go back to the bottom where he understand life? And you make the rules in your books and you understand these concepts. But you're dealing with a stuck-up president. You're dealing with a stuck-up governor. That's about his people and his not about God people. Not about Jesus. Not about the understanding of life. You can't say that's bad in the streets and not bad in the business between managers and vindictive behavior. You got to look at both sides. You want your kids to know racism? You want to know it in the business. You want if it's black and white teaching kids how to know where the love at. God said, where the love at? Where the love at? Where the love at when you teach it? Where the love at in the business? Where the love at? You don't got love in the streets, but the business want to be, but you want to preach God. But Joe Biden act like the business is good. That's what you're cutting, and it's not. Walmart is not good on the base of how they act and behave on the things that what they do. You got to look at the spiritual behavior of the concept. If I could talk to a girl in Tennessee, she worked at Amazon, and I'm talking. I'm not gonna say her name. I'm on UP Live, and we growing a bond together. And she talking about her boss and this and that, but her boss not trying to get to know it and just spend that quality time and understand that. But those are how people are acting in that format. The main thing I told my stepdad when I got, I'm gonna tell him something, because it's all of this. The community want us to go against each other. What Miss West did, laughing and antagonizing, it was to egg it as a black, selfish state attorney with the prosecutors. So when we leave in the courtroom, she's egging it on by antagonizing to cause me to go to jail with violence. But when a family going against something, how can we understand life? And that's when that's when the people want to agitate, when old covenants are stuck in their ways. Why should I not fight when she want me to live that life? Stop agitating it and pushing the grain. It's no win-win situation with this situation. And no situation where we gotta win and kind of say, if you want to live your life, baby, I'm not looking down on nobody, but you want me to live in a racial environment of an opinion? Of your own opinion? And the concept, the way you want to live, baby, let's go. But I'm not out to be in a racial environment. You take your little minute. This is me fighting against black and how white treat me. But people want to live their life and take it day by day when we got to deal with that every morning. I got to deal with the concept of working out my door. If I want to go work at a stubborn Walmart, at a stubborn Telton, and know how their behavior is, the vindictiveness. It's not just about forgiving. It's about making change to change it. She laughing and taunting to cause violence in July, last year in July. And she thought I wasn't going to step it up with her stupid self and her state attorneys. We dealing with racism in the state of Texas. We're going to have to talk about it either you like it or not, man. We're going to have to deal with what's going on in that black racist courtroom. You're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with Governor Abbott with his part as a racist white man and his black people. We're dealing with the concept of community behavior. You think God is worried about a riot? Jesus is not worried about a man that's been selfish at his political opinion. I'm going to quiet down. I got you. So it's egging it on control, domination behavior. But don't shots where we are trying to speak our mind and not be in the same environment, and not just by living paycheck to paycheck. It's not about living paycheck to understand it. It's about changing the goals. Ain't nobody, you throwing the concept of that. Yeah.
Food almost done.
All right, you throwing the concept of that. But don't get mad, oh, he worked for something. No, it's how a black woman acting. Don't call nobody out their name because a black woman acting in society, acting the way. If you can't treat me well, baby, you don't deserve me. You don't deserve the concept of your pick and your choose. I didn't get this far in my relationships by not understanding the keys of life in the journey. I got one kid, but I'm not going to let no other black woman that's being manipulated, it caused me more problems. I don't have no problem with my baby mama. That's not the concept of it. But I'm not going to get between no other black woman and no woman that's not willing to understand, and she going against. We talked about this on Big Live when everybody been talking about relationship. I went through stuff. When a woman go against the grain, I've been through that. But you got to move forward when cousins and friends are jealous, and I had to move forward. And I was able to tell other people about my relationship as a teen until I grown up and I was able to tell him about these things. But we can't worry about who people pick and choose, but they try to come after you about how they act and how they behave and what they want. I got one kid, and baby, I don't know if I want to have more kids, but don't try to put the way they act and behave themselves on me for they can do what they do. I'm not worried about it. God and Jesus not worried about this man. Not worried about when God sent us to fight battles of love and understanding each other in the mainframe. Well, your theory don't matter. Your theory, what you don't matter, is the behavior. It's how they act. And baby, I was in church in the city today. And I'm sitting in church. Two couples passed by me. And one man passed by me and looked down on my shoes. That's shoes. I'm not trying to impress nobody. Because you know why? Because I'm going through a structure. I lost stuff in Garland. I'm investing more in myself. Get money style the way he wear, baby. I'm investing more in myself. I'm restructuring. Instead of spending my money on shoes all the time, baby, it's okay if I buy a pair of Nike this month and go shop at a Walmart that month and go shop at this month. But I have to put more money into myself and do more of those things and not put myself in the people of men and business that is selfish. Value. God and Jesus do not have value. You know why God? Because Senator Ted can talk all the stuff he wants. God and Jesus do not have value. You know why God and Jesus do not have value? Because nobody understands God and Jesus. He's a mystery. He's a mystery to the universe. He's a mystery to all humans. Orion don't know fully know him. Let me tell Orion one thing. I have a Bible. I know how to pick up a Bible. I know how to understand it. But it's not about always picking up a Bible. It's about if you can listen. If you can comprehend it. If you can listen and understand it. If you're in the presence of a preacher, can you listen to him? Can you understand what he's trying to tell you? Can you put that to your day-to-day life or your day-to-day routine to get where you're trying to go? And that's the concept of it. And you get where you're trying to go. My teachers believed in me. My teacher tried to take me to Job Corps at Newman Smith and Character. You know what the black man said before he give me a chance? I want him to know me because God said, I'm going to put you know what the black man said to Job Corps? I understand where you're trying to go. When my teacher took me to Job Corps 3 times in Newman Smith. But we can't help you. I'm not worried about how people making fun of me. I'm here for micro, not for a black man and how other people act. It's the dictator, baby. We moving in ways they can't understand. But I'd be certain if a black man and if a school in Texas still Governor Abbott is a coward. Let's put God say, you better go ask Miss Chastity and them. Ask them if I speak the truth. God said you better go ask them at Mary Grimes and ask them if I speak the truth about how your black Job Corps act. That's the concept of it. Ask them when my teachers take me there and they act some type of way as a black man. That then they act somewhere in their school, baby. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm trying to move far away from America lies. Baby, I'm trying to move where more. If I got to move to UK and stay in a started community and stuff and buy an apartment, that's the way it be it. If I got to meet somebody at a coffee shop and do what I do, that means my mama got to understand it's not about staying in your society and staying in your parent. But don't put, because you want me to go out there in your behavior. And I told her friend's son in Walmart, everything is going to play out. Everything is going to play out the way it's going to play out. You don't know nothing. Trust me, at 12, 16, it's going to play out the way it's going to play out. Let God handle it because he know what he did. Look at the little Walmart employee at 12. Everything was going on in 2000. When that check comes and everything comes, the contract already signed already. But people trying to force lies on me about how a person acted. And her son had that phone texting with a vindictive behavior. And this is when I got banned All of this when president, you don't know when I got banned. You're not understanding the behavior of these people. You're not understanding Trump unbanned me. You're not getting this conversation of what's going on here. But the devil is trying to work. She don't even know who unbanned me. And when all this was going on in 2019 at that Walmart, and this girl's son and his behavior, a contract is already signed. It's not. I'm not lying about what is going on. You think it's stuff that just went on in this house? There's other things that going on. It's not about this. And they still want to go against it. That's what the enemy wants. That's what the community want, of selfishness. Why sister give Governor Abbott cow himself what he want? Why does sister get a mayor race himself what he wants? What to get Joe Biden that put his political opinion before God and the spirit of God when he knows this? And it took him all the time. Nobody want a selfish president. Nobody want a lying president, a lying governor, and a senator that stand for themselves. They put their people needs before understanding God and Jesus' needs. He is a liar. But if a man stand on the principles of what he stand for. I was just talking to a friend that say Monica, that say her friend, that Billy's sister, that her friend told me I hate my dad and this and that. Because some people are stuck in their old ways, but they're not ready to get a concept of how people act. They want us to have discipline, but it's as selfish managers. But if they stuck in there, let me tell you, you're gonna bump heads. You're gonna bump heads with your family every time. You're gonna bump heads with them because they're not willing to see the concept of it. That's the difference of domestic violence. That's the difference of not understanding. And that's why domestic violence and not understanding the rules of law, the rules of attraction, the rules of law, the rules of community, the rules of society's behavior. And some people were tone it out, the team out the reality of what's going on, in the reality of what's going on with the mayor's stubborn self, with the community stubborn self, and with the business, baby. I don't need it. Baby, I'm ready to leave it all behind. I can get my passport. I've been looking at my passport to buy me a house. I don't need that concept. But you think Gainesville is going to get away with what they did? That's the difference. You think this is over? I'm going to leave, man. I'm going to calm down. That's control and domination. Not letting people speak, but okay. That's half the concept when people want control. But don't call me out of my name because people are lying, black and white, treat me bad. You can say what you want.